My name is Manal.
My name is Baha.
My name is Lillian.
I'm now a student in Richmond Vale Academy in Fighting with the Poor program. It's an 18-month program and it's divided into 3 phases. The first 6 months we stay here in the school and we learn about poverty, we learn about the world and how the poor countries became poor.
We learned about a lot of theoretical stuff, things like history of the world and the current issues of the world, how we reached to the state that we are in right now. We learn about climate change, we learn about healthy nutrition, anything that can basically make us ready to go to our service period. To actually have this information is very useful because it's something that you can teach to the people in the villages. But there's also a practical aspect to what we do here in the first 6 months. For example, we have an organic garden that we work in twice a week at least, or for whoever is interested whenever they want to go.
In the school I learned a lot about gardening and this was something that I enjoyed very much because I never knew I had this passion and now I found out that I love it very much. And we learn how to grow our own food and that's something amazing.
So there are a lot of practical aspects to what we do in the 6 months. I would say it's more divided into theoretical and practical. I would say 60 to 40.
Living in St. Vincent is beautiful. St. Vincent has beautiful nature. The volcano is just right outside. The beach is 10 minutes away. People here are so nice and welcoming and want to help you in any type of way that they can.
Then the next 6 months we go to our service period, either Belize or Ecuador, and I went to Belize. Belize is a very beautiful country. What I mostly like about it is how diverse it is in both people and nature. Now I don't know how I can go back to live in a city. It would be really hard because living this close to nature, this close to animals is really, really nice. It takes you back to yourself.
This is my getting hands-on experience. Living in a community, not as a separate, but you try to live there as they do. It's very good to be here in Belize and actually experiencing the poverty and what I can do as a volunteer or a development instructor myself. You come so close to the people that you work with and you live with them together. So it's a different way of getting to know the people.
In Belize, I was working as a development instructor. We were working in a village. Basically what we were doing, we were working with different families, teaching women about income generating activities like how to make coconut oil, how to make a jam, and other kind of workshops as well, like family budgeting, family planning, how to eat healthy, so these kinds of things. We were also promoting having backyard gardens.
Before coming here, I looked at poverty in a different way. I looked at the poor people as if they're vulnerable and that they needed, like, let's say, money to help them, and they needed just a lot of empathy, let's say. But then after my experience in Belize, I realized that poverty is more in the mind. It's because how they see themselves and how they feel that they cannot depend on themselves and they need someone's help to help them. So I believe to help poor people is more to empower them and to let them know that they can depend on themselves and that they need just knowledge and faith in what they're doing.
I would say what I did was about making small changes. We weren't there to drastically change anyone's lives. We were there to make small changes, whether it is teaching anyone any new piece of information that will help them in their life, or making something to someone. So it was more about the small changes, and I think we really succeeded in doing these small changes.
And then the last 6 months is called the journal period, and that's when we sum up everything that we did.
It's more about reflecting on our experience on the past year. It can also be about working with the community here in St. Vincent.
And we produce a product of what we did.
The product is like the documentation of your experience, or it's something that you make, whether a book, a song, or an article, or whatever, that relates to your experience for the past year or the whole 18 months.